Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your mid-monthly reading for for September 2020. This is for Scorpion energy, and that can be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement. And you know the drill. Take what resonates, leave behind the rest. Never ever try to make it fit if it doesn't. Let's just get to it. Show me a card for you. Give me you. Show you. You are your fish. Going with the flow, or hopefully going with the flow, and for managing. There's definitely what we're dealing with here is I see there's a change going on, right? There's a change going on. I'm not quite sure if if the change is in your life or if you're just a witness to it. It could be just, one of those situations that you have to adapt to. For instance, a sibling bringing a new family member to the dynamic, something like that, okay? Going with the flow. Let's just get to it and start throwing some cards out here to see how you're manifesting this month. So what are you manifesting? How are you doing and what's going on? Overall, dang it! Sorry. Well, thankfully you're getting a new start. Alright, it's fine. We do have a bit of a heartbreak here with the mirror. But again, for some reason or another, I'm not quite sure if it's yours, but we will check it out. Harsh words are being mirrored back. And I have to say, I don't know what I'm getting. For some of you, it's something that you're witnessing to. Or you are in it. It's just, maybe, or you could possibly be experiencing, how to say this, some people, I hope not a lot of people do experience this, because if they do, it's not normal, but where in times of trouble they kind of disassociate from their body. It's not a normal thing to do, but it can happen when you're in state of shock, right? But it's happening, or it's either something that you witness to, or it's just very surrealistic, right? Alright, I have to throw out some cards here. What are you, just if you could? Oh, you just want something new, something brand new, something start here, and you don't want anyone to dictate you. That's basically what we have. The king here, but he comes out a bit like he is I don't know, he's trying to bring structure in ways where he doesn't know how to bring structure. He's one of those who thinks he thinks he's a king. Gender does not matter here, but it's someone who's very outgoing, and they think they know what they're doing, but they don't. Alright? I hope this is not you. In that case, you're confused. But what you really, really want is just, you want some kind of a new, you just want something new, brand new hobby, whatever it is, just rock it. You want to rock it. I've got to throw it out. I have a feeling here, bear with me, Scorpio. I have to just go with the flow with you, with the fish here. We have in your thoughts, all things are going so quickly. You don't want to lose out of any kind of opportunity, alright? Maybe that's why you're grabbing opportunities very, very quickly. It's because you want to smile again. See, that you want to smile, or I have to say, that's all. For some of you, this is something that you're witness to, okay? For some of you, you're going for it. Others of you, you're witness to this. That you want someone to smile, or you just want to smile yourself. Because let's say that you are witness to a sibling, child, friend going through a rough time, and you just want them to smile, and because you love them. You love them dearly. So when they smile, you smile. It's not because you're the one making them smile, it's just because their happiness is important to you. And that's the mirrored effect here. So this is typical for parents as well, that if their child is hurting, they hurt as well, even though they have nothing to do with the situation, and they have nothing they can do to control. For instance, a child or friend even going through a breakup, right? It can be painful to watch. There's nothing you can do in the situation. You're witness to it, but still, yeah. This is just that's what I'm getting. For some of you, this is something that you witness to. You let me know. But what's going on in your heart? Oh my God, a tower moment here, and the orphan. For some of you, it's because you are witness to a relationship falling apart, and that is also affecting your relationship. You could be in the company of someone here who's struggling, and their struggle is affecting you. It could be someone here that's younger than you, or in energy they are just younger than you. Okay, Scorpio, and yeah, it could also be that oh God, this is so complex. Why who did this to me as well? Was it Taurus who did this to me as well? Or Virgo? Some of you have been very, very giving me these complex energies where this is either you or something mirrored back, but it has to do with childhood issues, where someone here feels abandoned in childhood, that they did not get the, I don't know, love that they were supposed to get, or they feel entitled to. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, maybe they had too much structure. I don't know what on earth going on. Maybe they felt as though siblings got more love. I don't know what is affecting you. It could be you experiencing this, or you were just, maybe if you're a parent, you could have a child that's coming to you and just throwing this to you, onto you. Okay, Scorpio, you let me know here. And then we have what your focus on is in the High Priestess. Yeah, it says, you're trying to keep your opinions to yourself right here. What's going on? Okay, Scorpio, here we also go. You have wounds as well. We all have wounds, alright? That's just part of human life, human experience. We have wounds, right? You are also keeping a secret here, Scorpio, which could have to do with unrequited love, okay? Being in love in a situation where there's not really any reciprocity. And it doesn't have to be like in love with a person, romantic partner. It's just somewhere where you're throwing out love and you want it reciprocated. It's not really happening, okay? It's not really happening the way that you want it to happen. And you might not be speaking up about it. So rather than dealing with it, you just want some kind of a new start here, right? Or this is happening to you, or you're witnessing. You're witness to this. I have to tell you, this goes in both ways. I am seeing a Scorpio witnessing this, but I am also seeing Scorpios going through this. So that's why it's a bit all over the place. So what are you creating here? What do you want? You want to call it final judgment call here? Yeah, there's something here unseen. You don't know. You don't know all the answers to a situation, but you just want it over. I just want it done. I just want it done, which is, yeah, you just want it done, and you don't want to see it either. There's something here that you don't want to see. Let's say that this goes all directions. Let's say that you are seeing someone here making changes to their life. You might be witness to something that you don't want to be witness to because it's just painful, alright? It's painful. It's like their pain is you're mirroring whatever they are going through. Their experience is like mirroring and something that happened to you but which you have not really acknowledged. Let's say that you see someone here working on childhood issues and their way of working with it, whatever they're going through, let's say you sit there and you have a conversation, they say something and suddenly they touch upon a wound that you did not know you had. You didn't know you had that wound, and that's why it's like you don't want to see this, but by being witness to someone else's whatever they're going through, you are kind of working on yourself. It's like an indirect self-awareness. Being witness to someone else's pain, and that being witness also kind of triggers you to look at something that you did not work on at some point. It doesn't have to be in regards to love. You can just something here, all right? And that is also then breaking down some walls. Maybe you are just innocent witness to someone that's going through a major tower moment, and then you have a small tower moment in your life, which is just gonna help you. It's just gonna help you ease up and go with the flow. All right, it's gonna be fine. So let's just throw them out here. What keeping a 10 of cups? Dang it! Oh, my throat. And then we have the Sustainer, funny enough, and the Ocean here. Alright. There's something here, Scorpio, you're keeping to yourself. You're just not speaking up, and I don't know why you're not speaking up. Maybe because you want to avoid conflict. I don't know. You tell me why you're not speaking up about something. Because it possibly have to do with trust issues that you didn't know that you had. Meaning that trust issues coming from maybe somewhere down the line. Someone here did make you feel as though you were outside. You didn't feel as though you were accepted for who you were, so you had to put on a mask or something. Where you just didn't feel accepted, alright? And yeah. Oh, dang it, why am I being bombarded with messages here? But you're being kind of triggered here for the rest of this month to open up for that. And that is because there's something here deep down inside of you, in your emotions, in the ocean. Maybe you are at the ocean, I don't know. Maybe you're sitting right in front of a cave, you're just meditating, I don't know what you're doing, but you're kind of being asked to let go of that. You're kind of being asked to, you know, you need to pull back that emotion, that deepness that is in you, because you are deep, all right? You are deep. With the ocean here, you have a depth, and those emotions can feel very violent. It's far more easy just to be sitting by a river than it is to be sitting in front of an ocean when you're dealing with emotions, right? The depth of it. That's why you've possibly been keeping it secret, because you felt as though, oh, people cannot deal with it. If you are emotionally dysregulated, then yes, you have to apply health to that, but it's not, if people don't address their emotions can, believe it or not, take over without them knowing it, because they might be blind to it. They might be blind to that their emotions are ruling their lives without any fault, right? You have to bring thought to, you have to find this balance between mind and heart, because you cannot let your emotions control everything, because then you will just be you will not find boundaries. And if you can't find boundaries, then you're like the ocean here that goes floating over cities, you know, just destroying everything. Have to find some kind of a balance here, something that we are taught, for instance, in childhood here. People with abandonment issues, they have often they have some kind of emotional dysregulation where they can't deal with disappointment. If they don't work on the roots of it, it's just not going to be fun, alright? That has to be addressed here, and it's something here that has to do with a disappointment in regards to love or friendship, just something where you didn't feel as though you reciprocated your self-expression, alright? Could go back to childhood. It's not that heavy. I see you being played out possibly in someone else, and then you're witnessing it, and then, no, maybe I had similar incidents in my childhood. I'm not seeing like being the end of the world for you, Scorpio, to be honest. I don't. Small corporate dependency possibly, but then putting it up into the light, it's like one of those situations where I didn't know I was that codependent. Oh, now I know, and then I can work on it. It's not like heavy duty situation here. It's like a monthly, it's like a 6 monthly looking inside my soul, you know. But what will keep this together is that you also are a very, very loving, kind energy. You could be in a family dynamic where you possibly have a tendency to also keep everything together. Yeah, you could be dealing with a child here, or just someone that's going through this, and you're sustaining this situation here. Someone's violent emotions are just going all over the place, and you're sustaining it, because you're loving and kind. But remember to take care of yourself here. Remember to say, stop, enough is enough. You're not an emotional trash can, right? You're not an emotional trash can. No, because someone here is going through shit doesn't mean that they can let their emotions go float over you, and vice versa. No, doesn't work like that. Remember. And also, for some of you, we are dealing here with a situation where it is your emotions that you should take a critical look at, emotional control. So let's see, what are you manifesting out there? Oh, the moon. Wonderful. With the 9 of Pentacles. Alright, this is a wonderful process. The dead end and the desert. What is up with some of these cards? I shuffled them like I crazy before starting this. It takes me forever to shuffle these cards, and a lot of the same cards are popping up. So what you are kind of manifesting here is reaching a dead end. You may not know this, but there's a dead end here. It's done. It's nothing. It's a dead end. Alright, look at it. It's a dead end. And the reason why you're reaching a dead end is because there's something here that you have not worked on. You have buried it down into your emotions rather than dealing with it. And it possibly had to do with some kind of a disappointment. Disappointment, which has then resulted in trust issues. So now you possibly you might have trouble trusting people. Doesn't have to be in all situations. Can be just in specific situation. Can even be addresses one specific person. Alright? People who have chronic distrust issues is because it's going far back. It's like you can always trace how serious are you. How far back do you have to go to find the root of something by tracing how serious are your trust issues and where do your trust issues apply to, right? It's a kind of like a long process of dealing with these kind of wounds. But there's a dead end, alright? There's a dead end, you may not know it with the moon here. Ace of Swords, where you will come into clarity about that. And that's going to bring a bit of a disappointment here, but that is because you might have invested into a situation where nothing is gonna, it's just not meant to move forward, alright? Scorpio is not meant to move forward because you might have attracted a shitty situation into your life because unconsciously that is what you feel safe in. I know it's going to sound terrible. Or you're a witness to this. Again, for some of you it's not you. For some of you it's like you sitting there and you're looking at someone and you just know. You just intuitively, you know, like, right, so you find yourself repeating you're in a terrible situation again and you don't see why. Well, that's because you don't see the emotional chaos that you were going through. I see that clearly. You're reaching a dead end. You know it, but maybe you're dealing with someone who's just not ready to work on that side of themselves yet. And you, for some reason, it could be a family dynamic where you have to be witness to this. So what's going to come back, what you can't control is that, yeah, there's someone here that's just, I don't know, they want to be single, they want to be independent, they want to deal with things themselves. They don't want to listen to you. And they don't want to take a look at themselves. This is similar, who else was it? I can't remember it anymore, but there was another energy here, I think it was Virgo, also throwing themselves into trying to help or was it Libra? Was it Libra? Could be Libra. Trying to help someone. Well, it's just, don't do it. But of course you can, you have free will, you can do what you want, but it's just like a dead end. Someone here is insisting that they know all what they have to do, and they have free will, they can do what they want. So that's what you need to accept, right? As long as you have to be aware that you don't take on too many burdens for someone else here, so that you also remember your boundaries, okay? That's what it's like. Dealing with people is one of these, we deal with people, or even in friendships, right? You can love someone, but never to the extent that you allow them to, I don't know, to take on all of their shit, even if you love them, right? Even in romantic relationships. Because, let's just face it, sometimes, I don't know, if people are fired or something like that, they can become a bit, I don't know, angry. They just have something they have to go through that doesn't allow them to, I mean, you can be there as a partner to take a little bit, help carry a little bit of the burden, but when it's just sometimes, you know, you have to, you know, you just have your go crazy right now, I'm just going to go for a walk, and when I come back, I hope that you have calmed down. At least you have to calm down if you want to talk to me again, otherwise I'm just going to go inside and you could just throw your rage out here, because I'm not going to take this. What we have here is the eagle, we have the unicorn, and we have the rabbit, and we have the swan here. Oh, you're so beautiful. Of course you are. The eagle here is that, yes, it's time for something to be cleared up. Especially if you're witness to it, you might be inspired to clear up something else. And what needs to be cleared up is also fantasies, alright? Fantasies, illusions, also supporting illusions in other people. But you know what you're capable of is that you are a very, very pragmatic problem solver. You can take shit and turn it into gold as long as it's realistic, you know? Not like taking, but by that I mean like learning from experience and then moving on as wiser, right? Because now you know what you know and what you don't know. It's not like literally saying, oh, I can shake and turn it into gold and get rich by that. No. What you cannot do, what people tend to do, and the reason why sometimes they get into kind of illusions is because they forget to work on their sense of stability. There's this root chakra in terms of chakra work. People forget to check out to truly understand what it means, what chakra is really truly about. It's not just about colors and all that. The root chakra is about karmic lessons in life, right? It's very much related to the sense of security and the sense of comfort and how you attach yourself. When the root is in balance, everything else will be somewhat in balance, but people sometimes neglect to look down there. They focus on everything else, and then if you start working on that, was it the third eye, where you want to see your visions, where you want to figure out where you're supposed to go and all that, and you don't feel safe within yourself and you don't trust other people, that's when you're going to start falling into trust issues and seeing things that are not there and all of that wonderful thing. It's very common. It's just depending on, the seriousness of it depends on the degree of it. The degree of, I don't know, things that we have to work on. Life is just one long awareness journey. That's just how it is, okay? And this is possibly one of the steps. It's either something you're going through or you witnessed this and then you were inspired to take a look at how you can enable things to flow more easy. Okay, and that is it. I will see you next time.